someone write after this, we are not correcting their papers. You can whoever writing today only we are correcting their papers. So if they want, you can write on another day, but we won't correct those. Right? Huh? Nah, yeah, that is the way. Right? You have no problem? No? You said only this week you have issue. So today cancel, now you can. We'll see your case. Well, may your problem is only writing the paper. Okay, we'll see. Okay, exception. All the physical students, who are participating online, please attend. Try to attend physically. Yeah? Although you are sick, you should attend, Puta, right? Yeah. There are students here. They were sick and they are here with 2 Panadols as their breakfast, right? So you have to see. You should have those dedication, right? Okay. Now let's start this. Okay. Now okay. Then okay. Now actually today is a very nice morning, right? With a good climate. Uh, Actually, a very good climate to sleep, right? But despite of that climate, you guys here, especially the physical students, all the online students also, we should appreciate something. I don't know the situation how you are, but anyhow, we have to appreciate your presence, right? Uh, okay. Okay. Online students, if you have any problem, put in the chat box, right? I can't hear you, but you can type it in the chat box. If you have any doubt related to these discussions, you can definitely type in the chat box. Right. First of all, listen, guys. Uh, okay. First of all, you got only 10 more months. 10, right? 9. Yeah, no, October also going to finish. No? Then 9 more months for your uh, what? Investment. Okay, for your investment. Investment actually harvesting, right? You're harvesting on the exam day. You are investing now. Now is investment, exam paper is the harvest, right? Now, first of all, I just want to emphasize few things for you, for all of you, right? Puta, remember, you all in one of the most crucial stage in your life. Okay, this is one of this is the most difficult part in your life, right? This is the most difficult part in your, I'm talking about career, okay, not personal life. Personal life we can't compare, but in your career, this is the most crucial situation. Whatever you are performing here definitely going to affect, right, your future. Again, actually students, today actually we were discussing, okay, because me and myself, I was discussing with my wife, right, about the A level situation, and she was telling there was one of her student, one of her classmate, right? Actually, he was considered as a normal student, like a normal student during O level. He didn't work hard. Uh, he worked, but actually he wasn't considered as a high talented students, normal average students. But he met some accident, or like sometimes he couldn't attend school due to some serious condition. Suddenly after that, he studied while he was at home, and he studied while at home. After some days, he transformed into another level person. So when he came to A level, and he worked so hard. Actually, he was not originally a high talented person. Because of his hard work, he became talented. There are two types of people. What the talented people are there? It means like some were there. Whenever you say something, they'll catch that thing. They can do everything from that. But they don't practice it, so they forget. but they are very smart, very, very smart. But always we were speaking though, we were speaking, all the people, everyone we did science stream there. So the really four, five people we were doing the conversation of your science field experience. We were just doing some conversation. We had a conversation. I think we were speaking like finally we were speaking. Although people have talent, okay, we are comparing that guy, this guy who was studied with us. Yeah, we are comparing with our friends. You know, we know that situation. I'm coming to that situation. When I'm coming by the car, I was thinking from your mindset. Right? I think I was thinking like A level, Kohomada PTA, how we were there during A levels and what we did and what our friends did. I think we compared how their situation when they were in O level. I think we spoke that and while today morning ඒතයි හිතේ හිටියේ. එතකොට මේ then actually what happened he became district third. හරි district third. Actually he was an ordinary person. ඒ කියන්නේ O level එච්චර ලොකු result එකක් නැහැ. A normal result. But final due to his hard work, then finally we came to a conclusion, make a smart people to name not for the smart people. A level is not for the smart people, only for the hard working students. And මෙතන බලන්නේ hard work කොච්චරද කියලා. Right? How much hard work you put for this? How much you dedicate for this work? Under that, then only you get results. That's why we see so many students with 9 A's. They don't get a big results in this. But some students with 2 A's, they get a big results because they should get a turning point in their life. Do I have to work or booking work or feeling again? No, because and we were speaking about some other things as well. And we were talking whenever we go for any places, I'm telling you just a conversation what we had in the morning. Whenever we go for any place in the island, we have contacts. Any province area, we have places to go. Because we were from local universities. At local university, you have contacts anywhere in the island, even if you Jaffna, right, eastern, northern, southern, Jaffna. Not only Jaffna, northern province, any 9 province, all the province we have contact, right? All type of people. Okay, Muslim, Tamil, Sinhala. I think I can remember, and we were speaking about some trips, right? What we had during our university time period. And we were talking about university friends. Because mostly, more than school friends, university friends, like they have put up more high relationship. University friends, more than school friends. Because we have seen that. Again, normally university, whenever you go to universities, guys, you can, I'm telling these positive things. You just think about this. That's why I'm telling this about actually, it's a good positive conversation. Then we're speaking, and you have contact all over the island, and you can just go visit everyone, and you have very big contact. Not only your batch, your seniors, juniors. It's like a very big community. University means, right? Actually, very big community. I think we're speaking those, and even the people over there, everyone university, all local university people, all local universities, right? In our home. Then we were speaking about that. That's and I told the private university people, they don't get this opportunity. Yeah, when you go and learn in a private university in Colombo, you get only Colombo people. Right? That's the difference between local uni and a private uni. And private local uni, you have what a big contact and very big exposure. That's a different world. That's nice actually. Right? So what you have to do, if you work hard, and nowadays we were speaking about medicine and engineering also. Nowadays, medicine and engineering, those days, if you say, when someone says a doctor, only talent depends, long time ago. Only talent depends when they want to become a doctor. So they see a doctor in a high respect. Nowadays, doctor mean even if you have money, you can be a doctor. If your father has money, not you, your father. Right? If your father has money, you can be a doctor. You can complete a doctorate in any of the country, and you can come to Sri Lanka. Right? And you can work well. First of all, I'm giving this idea. This is a paper class. That's before that, I have to give some motivation. Right? Because what you are doing, you should understand what is the beauty behind that. If you understand the beauty, then only you will work. Right? That's why I just wanted to tell these messages to you, not to waste your time. In these morning hours, right? So, those days doctors mean what high respect because only talented people can work. Nowadays it is different. Even engineers mean the people who can get selected to private uni, you can do engineering, or whoever got less visas, even they can name them as an engineer after completing from private institutes. Therefore nowadays engineering doctor කියන word දෙකට right actually there is a demand but not like those days. And now people they are restricted into two fields, engineering and doctor. One is engineering, another one is doctor. And these are the two things the people are restricted. But always I just want to emphasize, Putha, most of the field in this world are related to science. Yesterday we were speaking with 25 A-level batch, right? And I told them, Putha, at least, at least try to get 1B, 2C. I just told them. Then you can enter into at least a physical science stream. After entering physical science stream mean one of the widest stream in the universities. Medical faculty mean only medicine, only doctor. Yeah. Engineering faculty mean engineer, different type of engineers. Civil, the marine, different types there. Marine is not in Sri Lanka, right? I think different type of engineering are going. Electronic, electrical, right? Software. So many engineering types are there. But when you go to physical science, Putha, the degree is common. You get the degree as Bachelor of Science scale only. But the subjects what they have done is difference. It's different, right? Actually, not only one subject, but you have to go with your interest, right? You can just because everyone being a doctor, if you become a doctor, right? Definitely you won't be a good doctor. Because just because others want you to be a doctor, so you're becoming a doctor, definitely you won't be a good doctor. Others want you to become an engineer, so you're becoming an engineer. So you want to become a good engineer. So understand where you have to travel. Understand the interest. What is the interest? Okay. I will give you examples. First one is, all right. Yesterday I spoke with 25 people. Then I told them minimum get 1B, 2C. Definitely, if you get 1B, 2C, definitely you can enter. A 1B, 2C mean good 2Cs. Good 2Cs mean like 60 range Cs. Okay, 60 range Cs, 60 mean only 5 marks for B. Right? 60 range C, 1B, 2C, if you get, nearly you can get a Z score of 1.3, 1.35. And then you can go and you can get selected to a Bachelor of Science degree any of the universities. Then if you get selected, Putha, from there you can select any field, whatever you want. And there is another field called architecture also, right? And I told Middle East because there are some of my family members. They are one of my uncle in my relationship. He works as an electrical engineer, electrical and electronic engineer. Once upon a time he worked in UAE, not long time ago, 5 years ago. Then at that time he was earning like nearly 4 million or something per month. Okay. So again, for electronic engineering, there is high demand. For civil engineers, no much demand. Okay. So my advice here, if you become a civil engineer, you have to face lots of problems in future. More than civil, electronic is the highest demand by electronic. Only they are inventing new things. And one of my known brother, right, a relative, he went. He passed out as an engineer from Southeastern University. Then he finished US as well, and he went to right Saudi now. Oh, he's in Saudi, and he's earning a good amount of money because he have done both the degrees. He did civil, he did QS as well, so he went. And the same brother told, right now, but more than them, architecture they earn. Okay, for architecture, the Z score is only 1.2 or 3 something. To become engineer is the highest Z score, architecture, but although you have a Z score, they won't take you to architecture, right? You have to write an entrance exam. Using that entrance exam, they will ask you to draw something. Or they ask to something creativity. Using your creativity ideas, they will select you to into architecture stream. Right? That's in Columbia University. So you can go there. And if you are okay with that. If you are done with that, you can go to Middle East country. So Middle East, there are so many architectural things are coming in Middle East. So they appreciate that more. And now we'll say now engineer, architecture, both are there. Now architecture is telling this pole shouldn't come here. It's ugly. Now engineer is telling, no, if we don't put this, it will fall. But architect is saying, no, you can't put that if it's ugly. If you tell this to the owner, to the manager who is in charge of that, manager will tell, listen to architecture. Listen to that architecture, right? And but you change the pole to somewhere else. Okay, you design another thing without that. I think they have a part demand like that. So understand what's happening around the world. Just because don't you should know what are things happening around the world. Okay. So and you should make sure about your job security as well. Nowadays, AI also developing. I saw someone's status. I can't remember exactly. They told AI helped you a lot to study, but finally AI took your job as well. Right? Status I saw, right? Hari. So remember, you see, whatever the field you go, what is the AI influence in it? Uh, Everything, see. First of all, I gave this idea. So if you do this job well, if you do your A levels well, there are plenty of paths will open to you. Plenty of paths. Even you don't want to depend on your parents. You can finish your degree beautifully. You will have more contacts because when you're doing local Uniputa, there is a community. They are the people who are going abroad. They are having a community. So from that you can get many job opportunities. Even those brothers told, like even Moroto University, they have a community. So they give opportunities for their university people. Okay, so they when there are job vacancies, Taggala they apply, they pass through them and they suggest these people because they are in high positions. So they take these people to that place. So that's why you have a chance in local uni more than other unis. So try this work well. Plenty of paths will open. So you have to work hard. That's the main thing. Okay, after working hard, only you have to pass this level. After A levels, bang, in uni and all, no need to work hard like this. When hard work, everything less than this only, whatever field. Okay, right. So take this part, uh, take this message to your head and work well. Right. Now, uh, first of all, my paper series pattern, I have organized in a different way. Right. In this, okay. Uh, okay. Okay. Now, normally everyone they go to a paper class. They go to a paper class. But although your marks are not increasing, most of the I have asked even everyone writing a paper. Even during your O level exam, also you wrote papers. During A level, also you're writing your term papers. But haven't you noticed the people who are in 70s always they are in 70s. The people who are in 50s, they are always in 50s. Whatever term increase, still they are in 50s. Why? The people who are getting 40s, 30s, 40s, they are in that margin. We'll say 30 to 50 is a margin. Then they always rotate in 30, 50 margin. Another circle is there 50 to 70 margin. Uh, okay. Another margin is there 70 to 90 margin. And another margin is there 90 to 100 margin. This very small type. Right. Anyhow, most of the people lies in this 50 to 70 margin. Majority. Average only we are taking. Right. But the people who are getting 30 to 40, 15, if you take any subject, physics, chemistry, biology, anything, you lie in between, you don't see a massive change. Again, a student who are getting 33 this time, suddenly they are going to 72. Hema change we don't see in A level. Hema change I haven't seen. Have you seen in your class? I also did A levels. 72 going to 33 is normal. 72 going to 33 is normal. 72 can go to 33 due to different conditions. When you are lazy, when you don't work, it will go. Like 72 going to 33 is normal, But 33 going to 72, have you seen in A levels? I haven't seen in my entire life. Even I asked many people, have you seen in your class? They also said no. Have you seen in your class? 30 level people going to 70 level. You know your friends no bang 30 ka last එහෙම 70 නම් this highlight නේ බං අඩෝ 30 ගියේ එක මං now 70 එහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Why? This won't happen. These are miracles, right? එහෙම වෙනවා නම් you know what should happen? This 30 level student should be a very smart student. Alright, this is the first thing. Should be a very smart student. But he was getting 30 because of his laziness. Suddenly, some wisdom came to his head. He thought, no, I wanted to work now. I wanted to work now. So now he's thinking just he wanted to work. And now he is coming to the 72. He's coming to 72. That is possible. If he work systematically in a disciplined way, he's just taking other affairs out. He's cutting all the other affairs with him. Now he's working only his one motive is A level. He has only 3 subjects. He's working for these three subjects. Definitely he can come for this. Your marks are destroying because of your other affairs. You can participate even thousands of paper classes. Still, you will be in the same level, no change, only your money will waste. If you don't do that change, it is something like, okay, you have some disease. Now you say there is a bacteria inside your body who is making the disease. You are drinking so many medicines without eliminating that bacteria won't cure your disease. First of all, you have to take that negative things out. Then definitely your marks will increase. Now you are here attentively, you are here, you're working properly, but when you go home, you are feeling lazy. You are involved in other activities. You are telling, no, I'm lazy, I can't work at home. That is the first negativeness you have. Those you have to change. Wherever you go, you have to change that place, but convenient to you, and you have to start doing your work. I'm telling this, right? The negativeness, what you have, or without changing those negativeness, guys, you can't go to a positive level. Remember, if you can change your negativeness and if you can go to the positive level, you will be a different level person in future. Suddenly we are telling that person was like that during O level, A level, right? Now finally he got a massive results in A level. He got a very good rank in A level. How these things happen? They're changing their pattern. So remember, guys, first change your pattern. Whatever the spirit you have when you're going for a class, actually you have some spirit, right? So you have to work here, you're coming, actually. That's why you are here. Okay, even the online students, you are here, right? You are listening this because you want to do something, right? So if you want to get the maximum out of it, you should be like that most of the time. Every time you can't, most of the time. If you can be like every time, you're not human. You're humans, you have ups and downs, but most of the time you should be in the working spirit. All right? That's why we have designed like this to recall the things again and again with it. We have planned questions by not planning like an entire paper. We are like specifying lesson wise. So we got only 14 lessons. 14 lessons, although we have 14 lessons, unit 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9, 10. These 4 lessons are considered as one lesson. So 14 lesson, if you take 3, we got only 11 lessons. You have to study only 11 lessons. So my paper session will go based on this 11 lesson. Okay, but not one by one. If we go one by one, it won't be. After that, I will combine 4 and 5 with this. It means 1 and 3 I won't take it away. With 1 and 3, 4 and 5 will join. Okay. Slowly I will increase. Then with 4 and 5, 6 will join. When 6 join, it is like the Targala, we are keeping a big thing. Because 6 is inorganic. So we will keep that. But don't worry, we will help you. Okay. Then 6th. Then after that, 7, 8, 9 will come after a while. 7, 8, 9, 10, everything will come together. One by one, maybe it will come together. All right. It means organic in a particle. The next topic is organic. And after that, organic, 11, 12, together, then 13. It goes like that. So you can have a massive improvement here. But you have to work on this, right? So today I have planned. Today I'm not going to discuss the paper, but I have to correct your paper first, and I have to show this is your level first. Okay, because if you correct this, it won't be effective. So that's why we have taken a teacher, and even I'm not correcting that, right? Not because I don't have time. Okay, because if they correct, they will tell more problems, and I can ask a summary from them. Okay, then they will tell this is your common problem of your students. Okay, they will advise. Okay, the teacher will advise. The enemy, that teacher will advise. Well, Omar Karagina. We'll go. We'll see what are the improvements will happen. Okay, so via these papers, even online students, we are marking your papers with that teacher. Even I will go for that paper marking. Even I also will observe what you have done. ඒ බල්ල තමයි කරන්නේ. ඒ කියන්නේ හොඳට analyze කරලා we have to do this job because we have to identify each and every student's weakness and we have to help you. Okay, because if you work hard, if we help you, definitely you can identify your weakness and you can work. But we will help you. We'll tell these are your weakness. That's up to you whether you are correcting those or not. Even online students, we will do like that for you. Because for online students, I think definitely I have to go because the teacher can't handle online papers, right? I think you have to send as a PDF. I think under the instruction, we have to go and see that. We'll see. I think local plan ගහලා තියෙනවා. We'll see with your effort. Only everything gonna happen, right? First of all, I'll go to unit 1. Today I will revise all 3 units in one day. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Right? All 3 units in one day. The most important point, which has more marks. Now today I'm not going to tell these are the people who identify these skill. I'm not going to tell about that. Right? First of all, I'm going to start with, okay, the main part where you're coming like this, main part will come about hydrogen spectrum. Most of the people having a problem because of hydrogen spectrum, but they didn't ask a hydrogen spectrum in a structured essay question for very long time. They didn't ask like that because they are fixed that they are not going to ask KL. But anyhow, we don't know, like they can give a very small part, they can give. But hydrogen spectrum, most of the people's misunderstood part. Okay. Now, what is this hydrogen spectrum? Right? What is this hydrogen spectrum? Under hydrogen spectrum, first we'll go with, we'll tell a summary. Hydrogen spectrum mean, okay. Now, when you take hydrogen, you know Bohr theory, right? Bohr, Niels Bohr. And Niels Bohr, we can't apply for all the systems. Niels Bohr's theory, we can't apply for all the system. We can't apply for multi-electronic system. We can apply only those things for single electron system. That is the problem in the Bohr's theory, Niels Bohr's theory, because Niels Bohr we can apply only in a single electron system. If you want any points, you all write those. Huh? I won't tell write this scalar, right? Now we'll say this is the nucleus. Now nucleus, and there is electron. Then when it absorbs energy, you guys have a book, right? Right. When it absorbs energy, this electron will go to a top level. It will absorb the energy. This will absorb the energy and it will go to a top level, peak level. And after attaining the peak level, then from lower level to higher level, what should happen, guys? It should absorb the energy. It should absorb the energy. But when it falling down, why from lower level to go to upper level, it should absorb the energy and it should go to upper level. Why? Top level energy is high, more than the bottom level. But when it comes to the bottom level again, when these things are coming to the bottom level again, what will happen? It will release energy. So we are considering, normally we tell, now this energy change, how did they see? Using what they saw this? Yes, very good. What is it? What? Spectrometer, right? Or spectroscope, right? Then after that, they got what? A line. Okay, they like ECG. Like they got a line on a this one on a graph like this. They took a graph. Then in that they got some lines. Okay. Then in that line, during absorption spectrum, they saw, right, absorbing, they saw only dark lines because of the absorption. When the energy is absorbed, they saw dark lines during absorption spectrum. So the background was light background, lines were dark, absorption, because lines has absorbed the energy. And in when they're releasing the energy, when they were releasing the energy, right, when they were releasing the energy, they saw like this, right? And when they're releasing the energy, during the in the dark background, they saw, okay, the dark, these are some areas, mostly misunderstood areas only I'm explaining today, right? They saw some light background like this. Now, light, bright lines, dark background and bright lines. So this is the chart of what? Absorption spectrum. This is the chart of emission spectrum. So which one we are considering? We are considering only about the emission spectrum. This emission spectrum and absorption spectrum both together we call as what spectrum? What spectrum? Huh? Continuous. Discontinuous. Line. What's the name? Very good. What is the name for this? You guys forgot. Right. What spectrum we call for absorption and emission spectrum together? Line spectrum. Okay, line spectrum. What do you mean by line spectrum now? I'm going backward. I started from a point and I'm going this. What do you mean by line spectrum? You are checking the wavelength of certain level. That is only known as line spectrum. You have a margin. If you have a margin, that is known as a line spectrum. You have a margin to see. You have a certain wavelength to see. You don't go for like everything. You see a certain margin. That is line spectrum. What is the opposite of line spectrum then? Continuous spectrum. These two are line spectrum. The other one is continuous spectrum. Right? The other one is continuous spectrum. Okay. So this one you should know. They can ask in MCQ questions specially about the line spectrum, continuous spectrum, and the emission spectrum, absorption spectrum, how they occur. If these things were clearly in your mind, mean you're good. If you have forgotten means, please, what? Review your memory, recall your memory, right? Okay. These are basic things, but they will ask this. And after that, from all these spectrum, we are going to speak only about this emission spectrum. This is the only target in the emission spectrum only. What do you mean by emission spectrum? Whatever the excited electron falling to the bottom level again, lower energy levels again. Right. Now, if you draw this, you should understand what are these things and every important MCQ points on hydrogen spectrum. Now here I told this model, we are using only hydrogen here, right? Using hydrogen only, we are explaining this. Okay, hydrogen's electron. So when you take, now we'll say this is, and you know energy level. Okay, Putha, do you have any idea about the nucleus and the first, and the atom? When you take atom is like this. You're drawing like this, no nucleus. Okay. So do you have any idea about how atom and nucleus is? There are so many things to understand, guys. I know definitely you have misunderstood many points, but I just want to clarify those things very clearly. Okay, today only we are getting that chance. Next week onwards, we are discussing papers. So today I just want to recall 1, 2, 3 completely main things. Right. So please tell, do you have any idea? Can you compare something with atom and a nucleus? Online students, you also can speak, guys. If you speak, it will be good. Can you Compare. What, Puta? What and what? What and what? Right. Okay, okay, okay. Well done. When you take a stadium, the stadium is like the atom. Sorry, atom. No, the yeah, atom. Stadium is like the atom. The nucleus is like the football. What is in it? Okay. Check प्यारे football अरे work करे. Right. Anyhow, we are just comparing, right? And that is very small. Very small is nucleus. Right. Very small is nucleus. So mostly in chemistry we don't speak much about nucleus. We mostly speak about atom in A level chemistry. Nucleus. Okay. If I ask, nucleus is made out of what, Puta? Proton and neutron only, right? Right. It's not only from proton and neutron. There are some other things like meson, right? Positron. Okay. So if I tell like this, you tell it's true or false. Huh? I'm just talking. You just write the important points. So if there is MCQ, the neutron is made out of only proton and neutron, means that is wrong. There are so many things, right? Although you can't see. Okay. If I tell a statement like this, atoms are not divisible further. False. Why? Yes. Subatomic particle. If I say subatomic particles cannot divide further, that is that is subatomic particles cannot divide further. What do you think? Subatomic particles, huh? Electron, proton, neutron. Subatomic particles. Now I am telling a statement. Subatomic particles cannot divide further. Hmm? Still neutron, proton, electron, right? Hmm? You make the nucleus. Do you make the proton? Nucleus is changing by changing number of protons. I'm asking protons, neutrons. Can it break further? Electron can break further. Yes. Big particle. Yes or no? Finally, what is your answer? Who are telling yes? Electrons can break further. Yes. Right. Okay. You are thinking yes. Then others thinking no. Right. Actually, in physics, I guess you have a lesson. Electrons breakdown. Quarks කියලා එකක් තියෙනවා, right? ඒ කියන්නේ එච්චර ඒ කියන්නේ they have experiment up to that level. Electrons will break up to quarks, but that is not in chemistry, but that will come in A level physics. A level physics වලට you have quarks. While electron breaking, you make quarks. Right? Now that is one of the developing field. That's why I told not only doctor and engineering you are thinking, but ඊට වඩා ගොඩාක් like there are so many fields went so high than that. Okay, you can earn plenty of money. There are so many fields in the world. නිකන් ඔහේ නිකන් බලන් ඉන්නවා electrons now. Who are finding this? The people who are subject in different field. I met a professor who is a chemistry. I think 4 years ago. Uh, he's working in US, but he's from Pakistan. So I met him one day. So he told, when you take chemistry, when you go to specialized chemistry, there are more than 1,000 field in chemistry itself. More than 1,000 to specialize. After finishing the basic degree, Bachelor of Science with a basic degree. After that, you can specify more than 1,000 fields in chemistry. So he's one of that. He's a person who is finding medicine, right? He's a person who is finding medicine, new type of medicines. Everything chemistry. So you just search what is best. Just don't hang on doctor and engineering only. But that is Sri Lankan mindset. Doctor, engineer. Duanang doctor, Puthanang engineer. Okay, they are giving that. But more than that, there is a massive fields, guys, in science and technology. Now it's completely different. There is AI. You can search whatever the fields there, and you can see the pathways. There are so many universities offering so many things where you have very high demand. Search where people don't go for much because they don't know. Then you have good demand. You don't have to fight for those. Easily, when you do those, you get the job. There are lots of things are there. Everyone, our people are like this. No, they just follow people. What is next house uncle doing? Then we'll do that. What Sumati's daughter is doing. Then Kamala also doing the same thing for Kamala's daughter. That is Sri Lankan mindset. Because we don't know about that field. Are? Even your parents also like that. They search, they check what is your class people doing. Oh, hurry. Then you also go for that. Because they think they are doing the best. Amen, amen, right? You just search this. Now it's open, not like those days. You can find many things whatever happening around the world. Okay, so many things are there. So just understand what is your interest. To find that is the biggest task. Okay, what's your interest? I think you don't have any interest. You have only one thing to do A levels. After doing A levels, you check what is your interest. First, do this properly. After that, check. Hurry. Very good. So this nucleus is not made out of what? Only proton and neutron, but is a positive charge nucleus, very small. And electrons, if I tell, electrons are rotating around the nucleus in circular path. Correct or wrong? These are most important things. Electrons rotate around the nucleus in circular paths. False or true? True. False. Hurry. That is what? False. Okay. Those days, boldly said that. Okay. What did he tell? This rotating circular path like planets rotate around the sun. After that, nowadays, those are not valid. Okay. That is okay for hydrogen. Hydrogen is like that. That's why we said that what Bohr's theory is okay only for single electron. Because hydrogen is like this rotating circle. No? That's why we say 1s orbital is circular shape. 1s orbital, how you draw? Circle. Why? Because 1s orbital. What do you mean by this circle shape? This is the place where you can find the electron. We are just giving a margin. Why we say p orbital is, you can find electron any of this place. Electron might be there any of this place. And this orbital shape means this is the place where you can, the most possible place to find the electron in the orbit. Don't think this is the shape of that. This is the most possible place to find the electron, because that shape comes, this electron pathway is like dumbbell shape. Only we learn about S and P. Even D orbital shape also we are not learning, because we are telling D and F orbitals are complex shapes කියලා. එතනින් කතා ඉවරයි. Right? So this is more than what you think, guys. Okay, this is very deep thing. It's very interesting. So you can try, in case if you like. You can innovate many things. More things are there. Okay, this is SP. Right? So first of all, identify these things, understand these things. Sometimes you would have some misconcept about these things, right? That's why I asked that. Okay, anyhow, now we come for this. Now, Buddha, when you take this, normally when you are going from bottom to top, energy level, what happened to energy levels? We'll say this is the first energy level. First energy level means the closest to the nucleus, right? Then when you're going away from the energy level, what happens, Buddha? When you're going away from the energy level, energy increases. When you're going from the nucleus, when you're going away from the nucleus, you'll think nucleus is here. When you're going away from the nucleus, energy increases. Therefore, but energy increases mean energy gaps between these things. Energy gaps between these levels will decrease. Okay, it means this much gap mean next one will be lesser than that. Okay, next one will be lesser than that. The next one will be even lesser than that. Next one will be even lesser than that. Next one will be even lesser than that. Okay, next one will be even lesser than that. Yeah. Right now, how many energy levels I have drawn? N1, N2. Right. N1, N2, N3, N4, N5, N6, and N7. Right. Now, if I tell If I draw four lines like this, whatever energy level, you know like this, no, Buddha? Whatever energy level comes uh, from any level, if they are coming to the first level, what we call for that? You know that one well, Lyman series killer, you know. You know Lyman series. Okay, you know Lyman series. But what does this line indicate scale if someone asks? What will you say? What this line indicates, what this arrow indicates. They are giving the meaning of the arrow. Online students, you can reply in the chat box. You guys are silent. You are telling you itself tell kiela. Physical students, but they are speaking well. They are telling different answers. Right? Right? Okay, we'll ask with some students what's their opinion. All right. Puta, what this line indicates. Electron. Uh, Electrons moving from one energy level to another energy level. Right? That's only they are showing from this arrow. Electron movement from one energy level to another energy level. So what does it mean? This electron was in the second level, so it has come to the first level. Very good. That is a good answer. You also know that, no? You guys know that, right? Everyone? Yes, no? Another. You know this, right? You know that point. Okay. Now this is another question based on that. Huh? Okay. So if I ask another question like this, Puta, if I ask which one has more energy. Now I'll label these things into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'll label this. We'll label it. I label this as 1, label this as 2, this as 3, this as 4, this one as 5, this one as 6. Now if I ask which one has the highest energy, answer is 6. Well done. And if I ask during which energy transition they have the least wavelength, answer is, what is my question? During which energy transition they have the least wavelength? Answer is that one also 6. Wherever highest energy is there, they only have the highest frequency. Wherever the highest frequency is there, they have the least wavelength. Okay, so energy, frequency both goes together. Energy is directly proportional to the frequency of the line, and frequency is inversely proportional to the lambda. But frequency, we don't use F in chemistry. Instead of F, what we use? Nu. Okay, we use nu. Nu mean we don't use F now. We use payan. Right? Payan papa. Sinhala pa is equal to chemistry nu. Right? Okay. Nu is like this, no? Right. Puta, you don't know payan? It's fine. Right. Right. May I hope you can understand this. Are you guys clear? Right. So have this idea. Okay. Now with this, now this you can't see this like this in a what? In a spectroscope, you can see like this, no? Right? This is a spectroscope, you can't see this. But spectroscope, you'll get some lines. Now, if I ask you how you will see this in a spectroscope, really, if I ask you, try to draw that. And you can try, everyone can try to draw that some lines. Okay. Draw some lines. Right. Okay. Now, see this. Okay. Now, if you draw this, how will you draw? Okay. When you're going from left to right, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lines, now you have to do. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6. Okay. This, now you are drawing a line. You are taking this one as the first one. The first one, you are drawing. What are you drawing like this? Whatever this one, N1 you are drawing. This one only you have drawn here. Okay, when you are drawing N2, we'll think I drew like this. These two, this one, this is the two, second line. When I go into third line, I have to increase the gap or decrease the gap. Increase or decrease? Decrease, right? I have to decrease the gap. Okay. And the fourth line, even decrease. Fifth, even decrease. Sixth, even decrease. So if I ask you now, what is this line represent? Again, what is the meaning of that line? It represents the energy level, right? It represents the energy level of the electron. Who are telling no? This represents the energy level of the electron. Who are telling no for that statement? No, no, raise your hand. Represents the energy level of the electron. Right. No. Then what it represents? Wavelength. Wavelength. It represents the wavelength of the electron. Very good. Okay, that's an answer. What do you tell? Sorry. Now they ask this in the exam paper. How will you answer that? Yes, you Puta? Energy transition. The best thing is, remember guys, the things what you know, you should be able to convert into marks. I can understand you know the things. But the way how you're telling is not good enough to get some marks. Who said no for this again? Who said that statement is wrong? Yes, Puta, what is your opinion? Yes. If they ask, what is the meaning of this line? Remember, this does not depend, this does not shows the energy level of the electron. It shows the energy difference of the electron. Energy what? Energy difference of the electron. Energy difference. Each line shows what? Energy difference of the electron. No, not, I didn't tell, still I didn't speak about 1 to 2. I'm speaking only about this line. Huh? This line is what? Energy difference between the electron. What is this line? This one. Whatever you have drawn here, this only. The energy difference between the electron only, you have marked as the first line. Got the point? Okay. Right. Now, if they have asked this in past years, right? What is the meaning of this line? This line shows the energy difference of the electron, not the energy level of the electron. That is one important point. These are the common mistakes we got. Okay, nice. Then, if I go to the next one, what is the gap between 1 and 2? What does it mean in this? What is the meaning in this? What means the gap between 1 and 2 here? 1 and 2 mean the difference between the above energy level. Again, wherever it's coming from N2 to 1. Then that gap is the difference between the above energy level and its level, right? Wherever it was and the above of it. So N3 to N2 gap is what A mean. And this 1 to 2 is A. Whatever the gap between those two transition. Okay. Whatever the gap between these two transition only A. 1 to 2 is A. Then 2 to 3, if I take this, the gap between 2 to 3, if I take that gap as B, then whatever here 2 to 3, whatever here 2 to 3, that only comes as B. That only comes as B. Here A, this is B. Okay, so understand that. So understand those things. Okay, so if I tell, when you are going from this side to this side, what happens? Energy increases. The energy increases. When the energy increases, nu increases. Then this one, energy increases, nu increases, lambda decreases. We say this, right? So have this idea. And normally in Balmer series mean, now this one we say, this is in UV region. This is in UV region. This is in UV region. So if you draw, okay, that is only for the spectral line. Now if you draw any level which comes from N3 to N2, again N4 to N2, N5 to N2, and N6 to N2. We are considering only 4 lines in Balmer series in our syllabus. And we give 4 colors for this. We give 4 colors. Okay. In Balmer series, we are considering only 4 lines. More than the first line, second line, third line, and the fourth line. So here what happens? From here to here, energy increases. Lambda. What happens to lambda? Lambda decreases, nu increases. And these are known as H alpha, H beta, H gamma, and H delta lines. H alpha mean the shortest energy line is known as H alpha line. After that, the highest one is known as H beta. Then this one is known as H gamma, and this one is known as H delta. Right? And we give colors for this alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Now this one is alpha, this one is beta, this one is gamma, this one is delta. Okay, and delta is the highest energy, alpha is the lowest energy. Now we give the colors. This one we say this comes in visible light region. Visible light region. This comes in visible light region. Okay, all right. Now, what are the 4 colors in this? What are the 4 colors in this series? Okay. Everyone write the 4 colors in order. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta. Right. Hari. Megaran? Okay. What are the 4 colors? What are the 4 colors? You have to give me. You know the four colors, right? Tell the four colors, Puta. Red. Okay. You have to come for VibGeor. In the VibGeor, we got 7 colors. In these 7 colors, we are considering these 4 colors: red, green, blue, violet. Okay. So who is red now? Puta, who is red? Alpha red. Alpha is what color? Alpha is what color? Alpha is, yes. What? What's alpha's color, Puta? Red. Alpha is red. Who said violet? Alpha is red. Why? In this energy, who is having the highest energy? Violet. Violet is the person who have lots of energy. Whose wavelength, which color's wavelength is small? Violet wavelength is small. They can ask an MCQ question like this. What? What's the MCQ question? But remember that violet has the highest energy, red has the least energy. Yeah? Red least. That's why, because red has least energy, that's why they have put red as stoplight. That's why they decided to put red as the warning signals. They use red because red taggal it. Red mean if someone wear red, they get highlighted in the society. They get now full red day. That's why Spider-Man red done, right? No, red mean alert sign. Alert, they use red. Why? They would have used white no for alert sign. White ne use karanne. Red. Red has red's frequency is very low. Their wavelength is high. Therefore, it is more visible. Even a small frequency enough to show red color. Okay, if you put violet for signal, violet to see that it takes some time. Someone's wear purple color and comes, they highlighted in the class. Blue color, purple color. Some people are purposeful if they want to show themselves. They wear red color. Lipstick dane mona color. Nowadays, the multicolors, rainbow colors, right? මෙතන චුට්ටි පාටක් මෙහෙම කලර්ස් වලින් right but normally what color they put lipstick දාන්නේ මොන කලින්ද mostly ඔබ දැකලා නැද්ද බං උඹ මේ බොරු ඔහොම කියනුන්ද පට්ට බොරු normally lipstick වල කලර් එකක් බලන්නේ නැහැ කියලා කියන්න බෑනේ බං anyone knows even if you ask a grade 4 child what's the lipstick color කිව්වොත් ඔහු දන්නවා lipstick mean common color එක මොකද්ද red බොරු කියන්න එපා මං කිව්වේ නෑනේ මේ උඹ දැම්මද කියලා කිව්වේ නෑනේ right බලන්නෑලු lipstick හරි වෙන්නනෝ lipstick එකක් right හරි මේ කොහේ හරි lipstick එකක් දැකලා ඇතිනේ බං කොච්චර වෙඩින් යනවද මේ හරි lipstick why they put lipstick කරට understand everything chemistry okay to produce lipstick also chemistry or lipstick why they put they don't know any chemistry in that they put lipstick they know but they get highlighted අරනියන් අර චුට්ටි කාලේ අර what we do we draw drawings and we highlight with black color. චුට්ටි කාලේ first drawings we highlight with black color no. Later part only we don't highlight. And ඒ වගේ people they highlight මොකද්ද when they want to show it prominently they highlight. Lipstick දානවා red color right. They wear red color clothes. Now see our modeling වලට දාන්නේ මොන clothes ද කියලා. Mostly. Right? They wear red clothes. Why they want to show it? Again, same. If you want to get highlighted in a society, you wear red. Why? Red get alert quickly. That's why they use signal lights as red. Or stop කියන එක red use කරන්න ඒක. Green කියන එක use කරන්න later. Why? Green comes in this level. Yellow එක මේ order එක තමයි they have used. Red, yellow, red, orange, green. මේ order එක තමයි they have used the signal light. Why? Because of the color change. Everything there is a chemistry there. There is science එකක් තියෙනවා. නිකන් උහේ නිකන් කල තුනක් select කරේ නැහැ. Right? Likewise, here also Buddha, this what? Right. Right. Okay. So now first one, the least alpha is red, beta is second color, blue. These are the 4 colors. Remember blue. Gamma is green and delta. Delta is violet. These are the four colors. If they ask, if they tell, what? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Green, green. Okay. Okay. Beta green, I'm sorry. We'll go from here. No? Red, green, blue, violet. These are the four colors. Remember this. Okay. The main question is mostly students. Now, I said so many things about no series. Now you should be able to identify these are the things. How, what is this gap? I told what is this line. First I explained that. I said what is this gap? Okay. Do you have any other questions on this? We'll see. Anyone will ask that question. There's one important question you should ask after this. You should know this thing to ask it. You should get that doubt. If you are serious into this, you'll ask that doubt. I will give 2 minutes making doubt tech. You should get that doubt if you know, if you seriously into this. I'll give a time. Right. Booking in or like book chemistry students will ask a serious doubt on this now. What is your doubt, guys? Even online students, please ask. We appreciate your questions. What doubt you should ask? I'm asking what is the doubt you should ask. Tell me the doubt. Why you should ask? Yeah, please. No doubts. Nothing. Nikang away. Right? Nothing, right? Arthur later I asked. Nothing, right? Should you ask a doubt? No. Yes. I told lie. You should ask. Okay. Right. Nana. Right. Okay. Fine. Fine. Now we'll see. I'll draw the next one. Now this is Lyman. Sorry. Now I drew visible light for region. I'm taking from this level. I'll extend these things. Now I'll draw the next one. This is in visible light region. Then Lyman, Balm. Now this is Passion. This Passion. Third one. Third level is Passion. You should know these names. Passion will draw 3 lines. Passion, you draw 3 lines. Passion, you draw 3 lines. Okay, Passion, you draw 3 lines. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And I take this region between 4 to 3. Put this 4 to 3. Between 4 to 3. The energy gap between 4 to 3. I will explain this and we'll go to another one. Between 4 to 3, what is the gap? We'll take C here. 4 to 3, the gap is C. Can you see this 4 and this 3 also? What is that? Same gap, no? This also I can tell as C. No? See this one? This one, first, second line, the gap between the first, second line, that gap also C. So can you understand in everything here between third, fourth line gap, again in this, the gap between the third and fourth line, this gap between the third and fourth line, if I tell C, in this one, second and, again this, second and third line, the second line and the third line, the gap between the second and third line also see, in this gap between the first and second line is C. Can you understand? So they can ask this in exam. They can ask this question. When you're going from left to right, the gap between these lines, these 3 to 4, these 2 to 3, these 1 to 2. Can you see? It's reducingly, they are equal. Again, for an example, this between 3 to 4. In the next one, it should be 2 to 3. In the next one, it should be 1 to 2. For an example, if I say another place, the gap between 4 to 5 here same mean, it should be same in this one. Which one? This is 4 to 5 mean, next one should be 3 to 4. In other one, it should be 2 to 3. Understand? That is one more point you should remember. Still, didn't you get another doubt? After doing 3 things, now doubt tech another. Ane, ask, will you please? Please ask that doubt. If you want to draw this, don't you get a doubt? Okay, I will tell that final point. You need one more point to completely draw this properly. What is that one more point? Now ask what you thought was correct. Correct, correct, correct. Ask. What is being same gap in different things? That's C. Okay. The distance is same. Whatever the distance, if C here, the same distance here, same distance here. That is okay. Puta, remember, you didn't ask this. I itself tell. Uh, Puta, what can you tell about this gap? This gap? The gap between this full set, what did you tell? Lyman series. This gap you said as what? Balmer series. This set you said as what? Parshan series. So if I ask the gap between these two lines, if I tell this as X, if I ask this as Y, what can you tell about X and Y? Who knows the answer? You didn't get a doubt like that, no? This one? No, no need to see that. Ah. මේක බල්ල ඒකට ආන්සරයක් කියන්න බෑ. can't. ඔන්න බලන්න. What can you tell about the distance between X and Y? Who knows the answer? Because when you are drawing, you should know that. They can ask this in MCQ. What can you tell? Now, what can all? When one energy level to another energy level, what happens? Energy increase or reduce? One energy level to other energy level, energy reduce. When energy reducing the gap, what should happen? Gap should increase or reduce? Remember this. Okay. Again, when you take Lyman series energy is more than what series? Balmer series. Balmer series energy is more than Parshan. When you're going, energy is dropping. I didn't tell you this is wavelength kill. I didn't tell you the gap between this is wavelength. Gap between this is what? Gap between this, we don't tell anything about this. But what we tell, right? This full line is if I take energy, remember Puta, remember, most of the students they miss this. Most of the students they miss this, right? Remember the gap of X is greater than Y. Same thing if you go for this side, the gap between other consecutive series will be less than these things. Okay, when you're going from left to right, from Lyman to Fun, the gap between each series will reduce. Okay, gap between each series will reduce. Remember that. Okay, Lyman to Balmer gap is more than Balmer to Parshan gap. Balmer to Parshan is more than Parshan to bracket gap. Parshan to bracket is more than bracket to Fun gap. Okay, those gaps are more, right? Remember, these are important points whenever you are going to build up this series. Okay, if you want to take a photo, I will put the full picture. Right? Right. So these are the some main mistakes what you make when you are drawing a hydrogen spectrum. Okay. Now I will give you another challenge. Now I will ask like this about like this. When make you should remember. Now Puta, normally we have two type of radius. Now just I'm speaking about unit 1, still we are in unit 1. I don't think we can finish everything, but I'll try the maximum to finish whatever possible. First of all, we'll take there are two types of radius, no, Puta. One is known as atomic radius. Another one is known as covalent radius. No. When you take a covalent compound, when you take atoms, that atom has what radius? Atomic radius and the What radius? Sorry, atomic radius and the covalent radius and the van der Waal radius. Covalent radius and the van der Waal radius. Now, when you take a diatomic molecule, diatomic molecule, I can tell O2, I2, whatever. When you take a diatomic molecule, the difference between, again, from here to here, we tell as what? What distance? Covalent distance. If I tell this black one as simple A, I can name it as covalent distance. Then if I take B mean, we'll say radius. Covalent radius is equal. Covalent radius, CR mean covalent radius is equal. Covalent distance divided by 2. If you divide the covalent distance by 2, you get the covalent radius. What can you tell about covalent radius and real radius? Who is more? Real radius is less or more? Now you have to think using your knowledge. Real radius is less than covalent radius, or real radius is, who is more here? Covalent radius or real radius? Covalent radius is more. What is more? Real radius is more than covalent radius. Actually, whatever you are finding as covalent radius, that is less than real radius. That is an MCQ point. And in the exam, if they give covalent radius is less than the real radius, then you should understand this picture. Puta, I'll show you, I'll prove you. If you take two circles like this, if you take like this is the covalent distance scale. If you divide this distance by 2, exactly you get the radius of this. No? But when you put the circles in, then what are you going to take as the real radius now? See, from here to here, can you see from mid-level? Then from this part is missing, can you see? Can you understand that? So covalent radius scale, you will measure the exact midpoint of this. No? Midpoint is not going up to the circle's corner. So covalent radius is less than real radius. Can you understand that? Right. Now other thing. These are examples. Huh? Now van der Waal radius, there is a van der Waal radius. No? Actually, van der Waal radius was proposed for whom? They ask van der Waal radius proposed for whom? Van der Waal radius proposed? For whom? Answer, please. Answer. Van der Waal radius proposed? Sorry? No, don't get scared. Non-polar. Right. You know van der Waal radius? Okay. No idea. But are you checking the note? Nice. Okay. You're with the resource book. We appreciate that. Okay, you tell Puta. Van der Waal radius proposed. Right. Remember, this is not a big thing because now people were speaking about covalent radius. Then suddenly people got a doubt. Okay, these especially these radius are coming under covalent bond. Na? These radius we are speaking under covalent bond, not ionic bond. Covalent bond. Ionic bond, they have ionic radius. Metallic bond have metallic radius. Now covalent compounds radius only two things. Okay, ionic bonds having ionic radius. Metallic bonds having metallic radius. Covalent compound, this is another major mixing part. That's why I took this now. Now, people got a doubt. Okay, if there are atoms which are not making bonds, then how we describe their radius? For an example, helium. So van der Waal radius was first proposed for the non-bonding atoms. Okay, non-bonding atoms, we can't speak about a covalent radius. Remember that. Like helium, they won't bond with anyone. But if I tell a statement, noble gases won't make bond with anyone. False. When you are going to upper levels, when they have to get F orbitals, although they are noble gases, they are making bonds. Normally, xenon can make up to how many bonds? What is the maximum number of bonds xenon can make? What is the xenon's valency? Xenon's valency. What is the maximum valency xenon can have? What is the maximum oxidation number xenon can have? Who is xenon? My classmate. Not my classmate. Xenon is XC. See, nice name, Bang Xenon. Right? Alright. In the periodic table, the most beautiful name is Xenon. නැද්ද? මට කැමති name එක Xenon. Maybe starting with S වගේනේ. Xenon නේ. Right? Xenon. ඕගොල්ලන්ට කැමති එක්කෙනා කවුද? Periodic table වලින්. ලස්සනම නම? මොකද්ද? Antimony. Right, whatever. Anyhow, Xenon. These things you should know, guys. You should have an update. Now, I ask so many questions about xenon. This is okay for krypton. You know krypton, right? Kr. Krypton. Xenon, radon, right? So those people all are noble gases. Normally helium, neon, argon, those things you did in O-level. O-level kattiya inne bonds hadanne. O-level people will stay in O-level. Now A-level people who are the A-level people? Krypton, sorry, helium, neon, argon, then krypton, xenon, radon. These people will make bonds. Especially these people can act with chlorine and oxygen. Okay, chlorine and oxygen, these people can react. There is xenon. It can, they are most beautiful thing. Xenon can make up to +8 oxidation state. So if someone asks, what is the maximum oxidation state elements present in me? It's in the noble gas group. Why? Halogens can make up to maximum. What is the maximum oxidation state halogens can make? Halogens mean group 7 people, group 17 people. They can make up to +7. But noble gas, xenon can make up to +8. So if I ask you a question, I am talking so many things, so many deep things, not just, I'm just going around this, right? Directly I'm talking about exam points, MCQ points. Okay, these they can ask. Then they can ask like this, Buddha, right? Xenon, what is the maximum number of bonds they can make around xenon molecule? Answer is 8. 9. Around xenon maximum 8 bonds. What is the maximum number of bonds xenon can make? Answer is? Although if xenon can make +8 oxidation state, xenon can make how many bonds? We have all ලස්සන කතාවක්. What a beautiful story. ලස්සන love story එකක් මේක. මොකා? What? What did you tell? No, you tell. I'll tell right or wrong. You tell your answer. You are telling the answer and you are telling right. I'll tell right or wrong, you tell the answer. What is the maximum number of bonds xenon can make? Answer is? If they can have +8 oxidation state, bang, what does it mean? Like oxidation state, you don't have the knowledge about oxidation state. What does it mean by +8? The meaning of +8 is xenon is donating its 8 electrons. But remember the meaning. What does it mean by this? Now you are learning. Me. We are learning about oxidation states, but our knowledge is very poor. CH4. What is the oxidation state of carbon now? Very hard question. Huh? Mono-4 now? +4, -4. What is the oxidation state of carbon, guys? Please, online students, please message. Physical students now will come into 2 groups. Who are telling +4? Carbon is +4. Carbon is +4. I'm talking so many things. You can get confused, right? You can go, hey, points I am not speaking. Very important things. Because if your chemistry is thorough, these are nothing for you. If your chemistry is weak, these are problems. Sorry, who are telling -4? -4. Right, well done. Carbon is -4. But I told the most electronegative element on Earth. Remember this word. Don't forget. Phone. Kalot. Phone kalot. Brought. This is in Sinhala actually. Ice cream. Denawa sister. If you give ice cream to sister, sister will get cold. හරි. ඒක අලුත්ම version එක. හරි. Remember පුතා, this is the order. But if you take the Pauling scale, for chlorine you get the electronegativity value 3.0. For nitrogen also 3.0. But remember, nitrogen's electronegativity is greater than chlorine. We are taking like that. I can prove that in hydrogen bondings. We say who can make hydrogen bonds? Who can make hydrogen bonds? Only fun people can make hydrogen bonds. The hydrogen connected to phon, and between the hydrogen connected to phon and the phon having lone pairs. Between the hydrogen connected to phon and phon having lone pairs only can make what? Hydrogen bonds. But in some textbooks, they have said chlorine also can make. But in our book, we are taking chlorine can't make hydrogen bonds. Right? Chlorine can't make hydrogen bonds. But in the exam, in the A-level exam, if they have given, sometimes chlorine can make hydrogen bonds mean, what will you say? You will tell, yes, sometimes mean, very innocent word. No? Sometimes, ane, chlorine also can. They won't put ane, right? Sometimes chlorine also can make hydrogen bonds. Mean you should tell okay. But if they strictly say chlorine can make hydrogen bonds, you should say, can't. Or sometimes if they ask her, please, right, like those words, you can tell, yes, okay. Understand these, huh? But if you take the Pauling scale, nitrogen and chlorine having 3.0. At the same time, sulfur and carbon both are 2.5. But still remember, sulfur is great. Okay. So remember this is the best chart you can have, because we gave this with A-level marking schemes. Huh? We build up this entire thing because students are having confusion there, because during 2000, I guess 24 A-level exam, they gave to compare iodine and sulfur. No one knew to compare iodine and sulfur. Therefore, during 2024, they gave marks for both sides. If someone has taken iodine as great electronegative element, that also they gave marks. If sulfur they have taken great electronegative element, that also they gave marks. Because sulfur and iodine, they have but a big gap. Because sulfur is in which group? Group 3. Sorry, group name, period. Which period? Period 3. Iodine in fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. Fluorine second, chlorine third, bromine fourth, iodine fifth. You have to compare a third period element and a fifth period element. But it's hard, right? You can't remember the values, no? So it's hard to compare. But they have asked this, they have given a hint. We will ask like this also, Kiela. They gave a message to you. So get ready, Kiela. They gave a message. First time we are giving a chance. Next time we will catch you, Kiela. They told. That's a message. That's a hint. We can ask like this to check your level. So remember, with that we develop this. Phone kalot brought ice cream, then our sister, then sister get cold. Right? Okay, I think you can remember these electronegative values, right? Anyhow, the beautiful thing about xenon, the meaning of this, Puta. Now I came to the carbon's electronegativity. Now we are in xenon, which goes to explain xenon, I came to CH4. Now in CH4, Puta, this carbon's electronegativity, because hydrogen is less electronegative, carbon is more electronegative. Excuse me. Carbon is more electronegative. Then carbon is more electronegative mean, right? This hydrogen will be -1. Sorry, hydrogen will be +1. Carbon be -1. What does it mean? What does that mean? The meaning is hydrogen only giving the electron to carbon, although they are sharing. These both are giving the electron, but carbon is taking the electron closer to them. They are, even the hydrogen electron, they are taking the ownership. They are telling, but electron only give to mine. It's mine. Hydrogen can't do anything because carbon is powerful. Carbon is more electronegative, electron paretic, right? So hydrogen can't do anything. So it does mean They are showing hydrogen is innocent by having a plus charge on it. That's the meaning here. They are getting a plus oxidation state. So here, if I say -4, what does it mean, guys? It has taken 4 electrons from any 4 people. They have taken 4 electrons from hydrogen. That's the meaning of that. This oxidation state represents how many electrons they have taken from others for sharing. Understand the deep meaning. If you know the deep meaning, guys, chemistry will be easy for you. But if you just him only oxidation state we check, if you buy heart, it'll be difficult. Right? Most of the times we just buy hard chemistry, but actually chemistry is one of the nice logical subject you can argue and you can take if you have the knowledge. Should I have knowledge to argue? And xenon, if the oxidation is plus state mean, so that they can make up to maximum 8 bonds. Right? And you know what is the beauty of this? What is the beauty of xenon? How many sigma bonds they can make if they ask? They can make 8 bonds, but they can't make 8 sigma bonds. They can make how many sigma bonds? Remember, guys, they can make maximum 6 sigma bonds only. Any element on Earth in A-level syllabus, right, can make A-level syllabus. Any element on Earth so far, right? Whatever we are learning, all are how many sigma bonds maximum? 6 sigma bonds. Then if xenon's +8 oxidation state, any maximum 6 sigma bonds, because do we have a shape for 7 sigma bonds? No, we learn shapes. No, under that we have learned maximum amount of sigma bonds. How much? 6 sigma bonds. That's why we are telling we have maximum 6 sigma bonds. 6 sigma bonds. What is the shape? Octahedral. Then that is the maximum amount of shape these people can make. All right. So if I take an element called XCO2, right? F2 mean XCO2 F2, right? F2 ne F4 කියලා ගමු. If you take an element like this, right? XCO2 F4 කියලා, you get like this. Okay. Can you see 6 sigma bonds? Oh, maximum. This is +8 oxidation state. Oh, XeO4. This also +8 oxidation state. These are some examples for xenon's +8 oxidation state. But it's a very beautiful thing about xenon. It's a noble gas. It's a very special thing about noble gas. You should know about these things: oxidation state and valency. Those things. And we were speaking about covalent radius here. From covalent radius, we went here. Now we'll speak about van der Waals radius. Why we were speaking about van der Waals radius? Because we were speaking about noble gases. Then I said for helium only they proposed, first of all, the van der Waals radius between two non-bonded atoms. Between two non-bonded atoms, if you can maximum, if you can close them, if you can bring, if you maximum, if you bring closer, if you bring those atoms closer, the distance between these atoms only known as what? The distance between this atom's nucleus to this atom nucleus is known as van der Waals distance. Van der Waals distance, if I divide by 2, guys, I get van der Waals radius. Van der Waals distance, if I divide by 2, I get van der Waals radius. Remember that. So then they propose later part, if non-bonded atoms having a van der Waals radius, even we can bring, right? You guys, did you eat breakfast? Who didn't eat breakfast? Chuttak raise your hand. No. Who didn't eat? So you didn't eat, no? You ate. You're sleepy, right? Hare. Definitely eat, huh? Because this is a very powerful session. Your brain will drain quickly. Huh? So many things I'm telling, more important points, right? Van der Waals distance divided by 2 van der Waals radius. Then they proposed even the molecules which are covalent, which are bonded covalently, they also can have what? Van der Waals radius between their nucleus. This is the nucleus, right? This one is the nucleus. Between the adjacent nucleus, right? Between the adjacent nucleus, if you take the distance between this nucleus, this one we take van der Waals distance for the bonded atoms. Same thing, van der Waal distance divided by 2 known as van der Waal radius. So we can say van der Waal radius is smaller or greater? Greater than the real radius. Why? Van der Waal radius mean from here to here wage it will come. So van der Waal radius is more than the real radius. So always van der Waal radius is greater than the what radius? Covalent radius. These things you should know when you are speaking about the radius. Okay. So these are very important points. Okay. With this session, you should learn many new things should get updated because doing a theory class is different, doing a paper class is different. Both are different, right? Theory slowly we put the theories. Paper, whatever the theories you have learned, we are upgrading that to a sensitive level. All right. Now, next part. These things are okay. And the next part, Puta, more valuable session, right? Okay. Next part. I'm talking about shielding effect. And there are three words here. You should know these three words clearly. One word is known as nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. Nuclear charge. Second word is ZEF. It means first one is it. Nuclear charge. ZEF. What do you mean by this? Effective nuclear charge. Hurry. Who can tell these meanings clearly? Third one, shielding effect. Third one, shielding effect. You should know these three meanings properly. Who can tell these three meanings? What do you mean by nuclear charge? What do you mean by effective nuclear charge? What do you mean by shielding effect? Just raise your hand. Who have the confidence? I won't bring you to the board. Just I will ask you this question. What do you mean by this? That's it. Yeah? Speak, Puta. No one has the confidence. No, we chutti lesson unit 1. Who have the confidence to tell? Don't worry. You are scared to present things. You are scared for failure. You think if I tell wrong, what they might think about me. Later part, I can't marry someone, right? What they will tell to my future people. Right? Him don't get scared, right? This won't go that serious. Okay. Remember, Buddha, everyone sees the way how you answer name. Everyone sees your results. During the results day, if you tell 3 years, I kata you right. Right? So no one will speak more than that if you get that results. So nowadays, don't get scared, just speak. If you're scared of failure, bang, always you have to be like this. Who have the confidence? Come on, ek kata kara. Chutta. You know at least 80% of this thing. No need to tell me the exact word. At least online students, you at least type. Don't copy paste from anything. Hassan, you tell Puta. What do you mean by nuclear charge? Nuclear charge mean? Okay, good. Puta, you know what is nuclear charge? If you don't know, you can tell don't know. Don't know, good. You? Puta, tell loudly, confidently. Mm-hmm. Effective nuclear charge? What charge? Net charge. Net charge? Mm. Is shielding effect? Mm. Co? Shell? Electrons in the core shells, right? Okay, good. Okay. Hereafter, you should know this. This is talking about love. Right? This is the love. The love what you get from your mother. She nuclear charge mean The love you get when you are the only child. Okay. Nuclear charge mean the love what you get from your mother when you are the only child. Have you seen only child families? Are there anyone his only child to your mom? They have advantages plus disadvantages. Okay. If they are the only child for their mom will take care more. Easily they won't send them out. If they are the only child, they won't be allowed to ride a motorbike. It's completely prohibited. They can drive a vehicle, but they can't drive a motorbike. They can't ride a motorbike. It's prohibited. Go and check. They're so overprotective if they are the only one child. Why? If they lose that child, no more child for them. Right? Therefore, the care is immense, ultra. Most of the only child people, they don't come for group classes. They go for individual. එහෙම තමයි, right? Go and check. You just go and see. If the parents are poor, I think කරන්න දෙයක් නැහැ. Other than that, mostly I have whatever what I have seen. මේ ඒක දැකලා තියෙන්නේ ගොඩක් උන් යන්නේ individual because during in the early period I did individual. ගොඩක් ගින් බලනකොට he is the only child. හරි? මාර protective. පට්ට protective. Right? Parents. Okay? Every time they call. Right? Maram protective, right? So just imagine if you are the only child, the love you get if you don't have siblings. Love because only you are the child. That's why people make relationship with others. Young age people, they make relationship with others. Girl and a boy, they make a relationship. Why? Because only these two will be in the world. No? So did you eat? Did you drink? Did you go to toilet? Killer. Are they asking only about you? But mother mean if there are many siblings, they don't ask only about you, no, they ask about everyone. You love people when they ask only about you. People have that possessiveness. People love when people are talking to them. They're talking only, they don't love talking to everyone. They love only to talking to them. People have. If someone talk, we'll say there is a massive crowd, but they talk only to you, no? He speak only with me. So remember nuclear charge mean the attraction felt by the electron when you take as a single electron. That is only nuclear charge. The love only from mother. Nucleus is the mother. Right. Effective nuclear charge mean? Effective nuclear charge mean when you are surrounded by your siblings. When you're surrounded by your siblings, what will happen? The earlier siblings will, when you want to get a permission from mama, first they will repel you. They will push you. Hey, where you want to go? No, our class going on a trip. Who are going? Till you didn't go to mama. Now you are the front generation, they are asking questions. Who? Is Nimali coming? If she is coming, don't go. Nimali is bad. They put some barriers. And after coming, everything only you have to come to parents. These people will repel you. Even you also will repel. You also will push them. Right? They also push, you also push. Therefore, there is a repulsion. That is only because of this attraction and repulsion. Because now mama attraction is there. Mama will attract this. These people will repel this. Then what will happen? There is a net charge experience on this electron because of this inner electrons. Inner electrons we say co-electrons. Therefore we say effective nuclear charge means the net attraction, okay, the net force faced by the valence shell electron due to co-shells. Nuclear charge means when co-shells are not there, when they are the only one person, the charge, whatever the attraction experienced by the electron. Shielding effect means these co-shells work. Okay, the repulsion from the co-shells, electrons, that is only shielding effect. So if I ask you a question, what is the atom which has no shielding effect on Earth? Are there any atom on Earth which has no shielding effect? Are there any atom on Earth which has no shielding effect? How many are there? There are 2 people. Okay, if I ask you a question, there are 2 people. Who are those 2? Who don't have co-shells? Hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen and helium, they don't have co-shells. Co-shells mean the inner shells. Because hydrogen and helium both have these hydrogen. Hydrogen has one electron. Helium has two electron. Now, but although Puta, we say although helium has no electron, remember, we don't say helium does not have shielding effect. We don't say. We say helium also have a shielding effect because of which we'll say even twins are there. Vadayak neba. Sorry, Vadayak. Sorry. I didn't tell siblings are Vadayak, right? Although they also will influence something. There is, however, small influence is there. Although they are at same age, they can't influence like elderly people. But they can, like your elder siblings, but they can do some sort of effect to your entire thing, right? Therefore, we say helium also having a small shielding effect. Okay, if they ask who has no shielding effect, the answer is only hydrogen. Okay, so if they ask a statement within the same shell, can they have shielding? Answer is yes. Within the same shell, can they have shielding? Yes, but very minute level. But inertial shielding is more very high than the same shell electrons. Remember that point. And next one, when the shielding effect, now we'll see how these things changes. Nuclear charge depend on what, Puta? Nuclear charge depend on what? Number of, very good, what is? Number of protons, very good. Number of protons, when the number of protons increases, the nuclear charge will increase. It depends only on proton. Okay, because proton, normally distance, but proton, again, if you increase the proton, you can say nuclear charge increases. Shielding effect will increase with number of co-shells. How more co-shells, more shielding effect. Even if the number of electrons added, we can take the answer in two ways. It means when you're going left to right in a group, what we call for the shielding effect. Left to right in a group, when you're going shielding effect, increase or decrease. Yeah, we tell stay same kiyala tibbat, you can take as correct. If they say reduces, don't take as correct. But if they tell slightly reduces, then take correct. Can understand that? And the way how they use this word in exam. If they strictly say reduces, take it as wrong. If they say stay constant, correct. If they say slightly reduces, if they use the word slightly, adjective, slightly is adjective, right? In English, we call adjective. Slightly in a word, how will there is influence? Slightly reduces also correct, stay constant also correct. But most of the past papers they have given stay constant. Reduces but reduce mean massively reduce meaning. Reduces massively reduces, so we don't take that reduces word. Understand that, right? It's a very important point. Most of the times people get confused with these wordings. Because actually your real paper is from Sinhala medium paper. Sinhala medium paper only translated into English. There might be some problems during this translation. So carefully, be careful. Then shielding effect down the group, however, increases. However, increases. So effective nuclear charge, what happens? Effective nuclear charge also, you should be very careful. Effective nuclear charge mean Puta, nuclear charge minus shielding effect. Why nuclear charge will attract towards this side, shielding effect push away from this side. So whatever effective nuclear charge mean, pulling minus pushing. Okay. So can understand? So when there is a electron like this here, because of the nucleus will pull this towards them. Other electron will push this away from this. Then finally, with the effect, it will come. So effective nuclear charge, Puta, how are we taking in the period and group? Across the period, we take increase or decrease. Across the period is a DF, effective nuclear charge will effective nuclear charge will increase. Effective across the period, if you go for left to right, ZEF will increase because addition of protons. Because protons will increase for the same amount of shell. But for going down the group, there is a problem. Going down the group, if you check, when you're going down the group, what happened to the nuclear charge? Nuclear charge increases. Shielding effect, that also increase. No? We don't know which one increases more. Now, if shielding effect increases more than the nuclear charge, what will happen? Mostly we are taking, when you're going down the group, constant we are taking. Right? But every group we can't tell like that. Therefore, down the group, we don't talk much. Okay, down the group, if the nuclear charge is more than the shielding effect mean, okay, when you're going down the group, it differ according to the atom. Some atoms, it is shielding effect is more than the nuclear charge. Some atoms, nuclear charge is more than the shielding effect. Therefore, it differs. Therefore, that is a complicated area. We don't touch that. So we speak effective nuclear charge when going from left to right. Okay, right. So can you understand what's happening here? You understand what is happening here, right? Then next part. Okay. Okay, no, you have doubt? If you have a doubt, you speak here itself and clear that. Okay, then because of this effective nuclear charge increases, what happens? When you're going from left to right, for an example, sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, it will go like this. Sodium, magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus. When you're going from left to right, okay, the radius will, what will happen? Radius reduces. Radius reduces. Why? Because effective nuclear charge increasing. Effective nuclear charge means they will attract these shells towards them. They will attract these shells towards them. When they're attracting these shells comes closer to them. Therefore, right? Therefore, these people become small. Okay. At the same time, so you have to tell like this. And when you're going down the group, shell size will, what will happen? Atom size will increase. Why? Because number of energy levels will increase. Because number of energy levels will increase. Okay, that is nice. Now, again, now, if I take sodium, and if I take sodium plus, which one is large? Which one is large? Speak with her. Sodium or sodium plus? You know? Right. Now, sodium is what? Sodium is having electron. What do you mean by sodium plus? What's the meaning of sodium plus? Sodium has given the electron or taken the electron? Sodium has given the electron. When they give the electron, sodium has 3 shells. No? When they give the electron, it becomes how many shells? 2 shells. Then what happened to their effective nuclear charge? It will reduce again. So effective nuclear charge, effective nuclear charge is there, number of protons won't change, but number of electrons has reduced. Again, for an example, using electrons, we'll say electron, what? Okay, I will understand what's happening here. Sodium has 3 shells. No? In the beginning, there is a repulsion from this side from 2 shells. When the last electron gone mean, what will happen to this repulsion? This repulsion get cancelled. This repulsion get cancelled mean this become even small because that force went away. Then this becomes small means sodium will become very small than sodium. Sodium plus will be very small than sodium. At the same time, when they added electron, for an example, chlorine and Cl minus, when they add the electron, what will happen? This become very, very big, very, very big, very, very big. And I will tell you a mantra to see any elements, to compare any elements atomic radius, any cation's atomic radius. That's a mantra. Okay, what is that mantra? What is that mantra? Okay, fine. That is the mantra to see any elements, any ions, atomic radius. This is the maximum level. This is the most sensitive point. I found this by comparing with numbers. I found this mantra. No one will tell this. I only found this. You can't find this in textbooks. That's my mantra. After comparing the values, because normally I am a person who study very sensitively. Even for minor points, I will do workouts, right? Even though we got highest marks, right? May then so we are giving that to you. Minor points, if you can do major points, however you can. After making major points, okay, minor points. Okay, fine mean remember the meaning is okay, fine. This is the comparison level. Comparison mean where is oxygen? Second period element. Potassium mean fourth period element. Who will compare this much? Who will compare? Oxygen is larger than potassium plus, but fluorine is smaller than potassium plus. I compared that. Right? If you know this level, you can compare anything in this. If potassium plus is greater than O2 smaller than O2 minus mean, then if someone asks you to compare N3 minus and Mg2 plus, what can you tell? You can say, Metananang definitely you will say N3 minus is greater than Mg2 plus. But if someone asks you to compare F minus and Mg2 plus, Anna, you will get a problem. Can you compare this with your knowledge? Can't. But with okay, fine, you can compare. Why? Potassium plus it is greater than F minus. Okay. But this has only slight values. Chutta values. Even a one ion change mean massively it will go lower. Now potassium plus is greater than F minus mean magnesium 2 plus is what smaller than potassium plus? No? Then definitely it should be smaller than potassium plus. Magnesium 2 plus. No, I'm giving calcium 2 plus. Magnesium 2 plus now you can compare. I know. Calcium 2 plus. Right? Calcium 2 plus and F minus compare කරන්න එකටවත් බෑ. Right? No one can. ඕන වැඩෙක්ට බෑ. But අහලා බලන්න. Go and ask. Ask from your class first. Ask from the person who get 90s. After that only he also will go and check. Right? Ask from even your teachers. ඒගොල්ලන්ටත් බෑ. Because teachers don't by heart these values. It doesn't mean they are unknowledgeable people. You can't check your teacher's knowledge by comparing this. These are very smart point. Most smartest point එකක් මේක ගොඩක් ස්ටඩි කරලා මේක හදාගත්ත එකක් මේ so this is no one can compare. If go and ask, they will tell calcium plus is big කියලා they will tell, but answer is F minus is bigger than calcium 2 plus. Why? When potassium plus is larger than F minus, but calcium 2 plus mean even it will become smaller. That will go smaller than F minus. Because these levels are difference is like 2 picometer difference. All are like nearly 2 picometer difference. 2 picometer difference. Very small difference. Very small difference. Chuttak ions, if you go here and there, it will change in a massive way. To understand this is a warmer superior point to compare anion cation. Okay, fine. Compare anything you can compare it. Right? Okay. So remember, this is one of the most intelligent point to compare. If you want, you can see this in numerical values also. You can see this. F minus is how much, Ca2 plus is how much. I sure shot move look. Right? Okay. Right. Then remember, this is another important point to compare radius. These are, excuse me. Put the theory class we don't tell. Because why එතන වෙන්නේ අර sensitive point එක improve කරන එක නෙමෙයි theory class එකේ point එක to give the theory properly. මෙතන වෙන්නේ sensitive points විදියට we have to improve even your sensitive knowledge. Okay, nice. Now okay, now I will tell another point. Now unit 2, if I just summarize unit 2, okay, if I summarize unit 2, okay, do you know the difference between when unit 1 do you know the difference between electron gain and electron affinity? Before 2019, electron gain and electron affinity both are considered as same. Now electron gain and electron affinity both are two things. If I ask you to write a chemical equation for electron gain and electron affinity, can you write? What is electron gain? Electron gain is, the meaning itself says electron gain, electron gannawa. Sinhala also electron gannawa. But Tamil you can't say electron edukuru, no? Electron gadukuru, whatever, right? G වලින් we can't tell any word, any G word edukuru kila there in Tamil. Edukuru similar word in Tamil from start with G, no, right? Okay, right. Anyhow, are electron gain or electron gannawa. What is that? Cl. Why bang? Don't laugh. Right. So chlorine, Cl will again electron gain mean puta this electron gain we are speaking only for the atoms. Huh? Electron gain we are speaking in the atomic state. Electron gain we are speaking only the atom state, because if they want to gain electron they have to come from atomic state. They have to come from atomic state. So while coming to atomic state they will gain an electron, and that electron become Cl minus, right? Cl minus gaseous atom. This is electron gain. What is electron affinity? Electron affinity is puta, remember, electron affinity is the other way out. Other way mean Cl minus will release an electron. To Cl minus will release an electron and become Cl gas. Electron affinity mean oxidation. Electron gain mean reduction. Right? Those things are sensitive points. More sensitive. Very sensitive areas. The electron gain is a reduction. Electron affinity is an oxidation. Then other important point, there are some more, these are very sensitive points. Remember all the sensitive points they won't give in one exam. Because if they give like that, no one will pass this. More sensitive points they don't give at once. But if you have learned up to the sensitive level, you know everything. Then remember, all EG, all electron gain are, remember, exothermic. All electron gain are exothermic. Exothermic means minus. Except, how we write except? EXCBT, no? Except ACCPT, that's except. This except. Very hard, right? Except three. Except three. Who are those three? Group 2, nitrogen, group 18. Remember, all electron gain are exothermic except these three. Either these three become what? Positive. Right? These three will be positive. Okay. And plus remember, highest electron gain enthalpy holder. Who is the highest electron gain enthalpy holder? Who has the highest electron gain enthalpy? Yeah. Who is having that is a very important MCQ point. Who is having the highest electron gain enthalpy among all the elements on Earth? I asked the same question in the theory class also. Now I'm asking in the paper class. Who is having the highest electron gain enthalpy among everyone? Who is having the highest electron gain enthalpy? Who is it? Speak with her. Tell. බය නැතුව කියන්න, you are scared. බව්. හරි අර බල්ල පුරනවා වගේ. Shape it. බව් ගන්නවා. Bark loudly. Bark නෙමෙයි, sorry. Tell the answer loudly. Tell. Correct බං, උඹ කියන එක හරි. Chlorine. Highest electron gain enthalpy for whom? Chlorine. Highest electron gain enthalpy holder is chlorine. Is there a MCQ today using it? තිබ්බනේ highest electron gain කවුද කියලා. කාවද දැම්මේ? chlorine දැම්මද? Right. පුතා මේ ඔක්කොටම හොඳ definitions I have. මේ ඔක්කොම ලස්සනට දෙන්නම්. Even I have marking scheme එක create කරලා ඉවරයි, right? Because it taking what amount of time to create this. Around 2 days I took to create this. You guys can participate, right, for 2027 A-level paper class. If you want, it's completely free. 2027 A level free, but remember, sotta party questions are there. Superior MCQ questions set at the. If you like, you can experience this. Okay, right? This you can write the paper from 3:30 to 5. You can participate for the session 5 to 6:30. Even without writing the paper, also you can participate for the session free. And if you participate, even that is completely free for this month 27 A level paper class. But in next month also, you don't want to pay any extra amount, you can participate free. Until your A levels, you can participate free. The people who are coming for 26 A level, so it's a double advantage. Method you are discussing, I don't put the same question. Munta vinama paper ya kogolan vinama paper. Because both I got part amount of time. Select karla. And today we are giving the question. There we are not correcting the papers. There we are discussing the papers. We give the paper. Last name MCQ unit 1 is superior like superior level sensitive questions. If you want, you can come and experience. If you don't have any other work can ගෙදර මේ කන්න මේ to cook ඒක නෙමෙයි කිව්වේ මේ seriously it's a very good thing. Come and participate පුතා. And one more news is there, one more announcement. Next Saturday may I won't be able to conduct the session on Saturday, only for next week, because next week there is a program. There's a with doctors, right? There's a program, so we have to attend the program. Okay, some doctors are coming for some meeting, right? So there is a small this one discussion with doctors. Therefore, we have to යන්න තියෙනවා. So only for next week. Instead of Saturday, we are keeping the same session on Sunday. Again, you can come and again the students who want to come and write the paper on Saturday, you come and write on Saturday. Fine, right? You come and write the paper on Saturday. The people who wants to write the paper on Saturday, you come and write at 10:30. Don't come at 8:30. Come and write at 10:30 to 12:30. You write the paper and hand over the paper and you go. Next day, Sunday, again same schedule on Sunday. Okay, again, if anyone can participate on that day, it's fine. You can get the recordings, right? But write the paper, because write the second paper here. First paper, I can give you on Sunday, because I can't give to the institute your papers. I'll give to personal to you, because then when I'm giving, I can tell your problems. Right? Then on Sunday you come. Who have classes on Sunday? That same time. What's the class, Putra? Maths ne? Only one day, right? Here put a card. I just karagam api. May you? When a card the class tip card. You? Who's called Sanjeev sir? You can do something, right? He won't do anything. Only you? Very good. Okay, you guys? You said no. You raised your hand, right? You guys don't have. You raised. 10:30. One same schedule, but like anyone wants to write the Sunday you can come and write the paper. Anyone wants to write the paper on Saturday 10:30. Then you come and write the paper on Saturday. How we will come here? Then write the paper on Saturday. Who else want to write the paper on Saturday? Right. So okay, then these are things. Okay, I just want some honest review about the session. So this is the first paper session we conducted for your batch. Alright. Then I want a small plus and minus from these things. It means if there are many things, like many points, if you have learned new mean, you can tell that, include that, and you can tell how was the paper. I want these things, right? The paper experience, was it useful? The useful, right? The paper experience. I want that in a sheet. You write and give it to me, right? Now you have to write as adults. You are not, you all 18 plus people. 18 munane? Not yet. You are young still. When you were born, which year? No, which year you people? 2007? 2007 and 25 with 18. Are podi lama innada mege? Chutti lama innane, right? Anyhow, I want a review. because it will be helpful. Tell me first, how was the paper? The time of the paper, is it enough, or it's more, or time is not sufficient? Your opinion, right? About the time and how was the paper? The questions were useful or not? Those things. Second, the session, AK, did you learn something more, or is it useful? Everything you can give in a sheet. Write as matured people. Right? නිකන් අර ඒ හොඳට ලියලා you give it to me. You take 10 minutes and you can give your opinion about the session, right? Then online students also, you can put your opinion in the chat box, whoever participated. Okay. Now you give your opinion, guys, and you leave the meeting. Okay, tell your opinion and leave. Just don't leave. We'll upload your comments in our social media. They have a right beautiful handwriting. Please put your name as well. Put your name with it. Your name is your identity. If you are shy to represent your names, mean you are shy to introduce yourself. Okay, you understood. What's the name? You understood. Yeah. Yes, I will do nothing. I will. And you ain't cameras. I should just take them. So are you going to go places? Yes. He's your friend. Lisa. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Those who may not know what you know. Full day in the games today, games Saturday games. You guys, wait. What is very you guys have classes game today. You are able to what pay? You are going to study. At least try to come to for the research. You will study the don't read the paper and you can try and if you want, you ask me don't paper. You need one different question than this nice question. You guys, if you want to participate, or you can stay. If you all want to stay here, you can stay here normally. You can study and you can go here.